Is the US really moving towards state capitalism? And is China scared of administrative changes under Trump's upcoming presidential tenure? How will it protect its economic empire, which is centered on exports? The one man making almost as much noise as the new US President-elect Donald Trump is his biggest supporter right now and world's richest man in history, Elon Musk. It's no surprise that Trump has nominated Musk, along with Indian origin entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, to lead the new Advisory Commission Department of Government Efficiency in the new Trump administration. While the intended purpose of DOGE as an advisory body is to streamline the US federal government and reduce inefficiency, it is widely accepted that the body will wield influence on the incoming administration and how its budgets will be determined.
I will create a Government Efficiency Commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reforms. We need to do it. Can't go on the way we are now. And Elon, because he's not very busy, has agreed to head that task force. Be interesting. If he has the time, that'd be a good one to do it, but he's agreed to do it.
An overhauled US political system in line with Trump's agenda, which will slash excess regulations, wasteful expenditures, and bureaucratic red tape, will be more competitive than it has ever been. If we combine this with Trump's promised tariffs under the America First policy, it certainly is no good news for China. In order to counter Trump's plan to impose a 60% increase of tariffs on China's over $427 billion annual exports to the US, China has already announced new policy measures to ensure its export sector. It has also expanded its economic ties and added 9 more countries, including Japan, to its unilateral visa-free entry scheme. China has been sending mixed signals to the US since Donald Trump's victory. During their bilateral on the sidelines of the 31st APEC meeting in Peru, the Chinese president showed interest in improving bilateral relations with the US.
再次同拜登总统先生见面。过去4年，中美关系虽然历经跌宕起伏，但在我们两人领航把舵下，也开展了卓有成效的对话和合作，总体实现了稳定。美国刚刚举行了大选，中方致力于中美关系稳定、健康、可持续发展的目标没有变，按照相互尊重、和平共处、合作共赢处理中美关系的原则没有变，坚定维护自身主权、安全、发展利益的立场没有变，赓续中美人民传统友谊的愿望没有变。中方愿同美国政府继续保持对话，拓展合作，管控分歧，努力实现中美关系平稳过渡。
At the same time, he stated his country's limits and hard lines, including Taiwan, democracy and human rights, China's path and system and development. He also warned the US against intervening in the South China Sea. On the domestic front, Democrats and good government groups are skeptical of how much influence the DOGE will really wield. The Commission's place outside the formal government structure also raises questions about the kind of impact that the Commission will be able to make. While both Musk and Ramaswamy have put forth some of their ideas for government reform, including Musk's pledge to cut $2 trillion from the federal budget, there is not enough clarity about how the actions will really be executed. But the hard truth remains that there will be no real restraint or constraint on the Commission and the future president except for the one that may come from within the Republican Party. Bureau Report, India Today Global.